Welcome to a new video. Today we talk about family vans because Mercedes presented the new VLE, which is the successor of the V-Class. The electric V-Class was pretty much outdated and was not really powerful enough, only front-wheel drive and very limited charging speed, and the new generation should do everything better. So let's take a closer look at this. To understand this car a little bit better, I made a comparison to the Chinese Li Mega, which I could already test drive in Shanghai last year and which already came out 2 years ago. So in the table you can see the most important specs. So first of all, the battery size in the Mercedes is slightly bigger with 115 kilowatt hours. The charging power was really impressive at the Li Mega with over 500 kilowatt. The Mercedes only has 315. We rarely have charging stations in Europe which can already reach the 400 kilowatt. So in reality, if a Mercedes can really charge with more than 300 kilowatt, that is a good value, but still they cannot match the Chinese competition here. In terms of dimensions, Mercedes now matched the competition. The new Mercedes van is a lot bigger and longer than the previous version, and they pretty much matched what the Li Mega was doing 2 years ago. Also, the wheelbase is pretty similar. In terms of towing capacity, you can see the different requirements of the customers, because in China, no one has a trailer. People are happy if they get their license plate for their one car and they're driving around with this car and that's it. They don't have a garden and need a little trailer. They don't have a glider at the back or horses or a camping trailer like people in Europe. So Mercedes really needed to account for that, and they have a towing capacity of 2,500 kilogram, which is quite impressive and the same as my VW Phaeton, for example. So you can do a lot of things with that, and it's good to have this in Europe. On the other hand, the smaller versions of the VLE, so the 300, for example, they only have 1,000 kilograms. So this high towing capacity is only for the top version. The next thing we need to talk about is the drag coefficient. Mercedes is praising themselves now for reaching 0.25. But if we look at the Li Mega, it could already reach 2.15 2 years ago. And here we have to say that we are talking about cars that are quite long. It's easier to reach lower drag coefficients for longer cars than for shorter cars. So it's always hard to reach a good drag coefficient for a short city car, and it's easier to do it for a longer car. On the other hand, we need to remember that these are pretty big cars. These cars are wide, these cars are high, and both cars have pretty much the same frontal area of around 3.5 square meter, which means that this drag coefficient needs to be multiplied by 3.5. So any difference in drag coefficient needs to be multiplied by 3.5 instead of by 2 for a lower car like an Audi A6 or A4, for example. So the drag here is a lot more significant, and it's still a lot of drag. On the other hand, we have the acceleration. Acceleration is 1 second slower, which is quite a huge difference at the Mercedes, but families won't really care if the car accelerates in 5.5 or 6.5 seconds. But the reason for that is because the Mercedes has almost 100 kilowatt less power than the Li Mega. And that brings us to the next topic, because we have to talk about the weight here. I was already complaining about the high weight of the Li Mega, but it is a big car, it has a huge battery and lots of technology, so it's around 2.8 tons. But the Mercedes now is even more extreme and is more than 400 kilogram heavier than the Li Mega. So it sits at 3.2 tons, dry, empty. Important here is to look at the loading capacity. So loading capacity is 505 kilogram for the Mercedes. Now you have to know that this family van can be ordered with 5 seats, 6, 7 or 8 seats. And you only have a loading capacity of 505 kilogram. So if you think about, you have 5 adults and you account each one for 100 kilogram. So then you have 5 people sitting inside the car, you have the 6-seater configuration, and the car is basically full. And if the 6th person is sitting down in the car is overloaded. So 505 is much too less for a car of this category. I was already thinking that the 615 of the Li Mega, which is more than 100 kilogram more, is the lower limit in this category. But the Mercedes has a shockingly low loading capacity here. Or just think about your car is fully loaded with people and there's still space in the trunk, but legally you're not allowed to put more things inside because the car would be overloaded. I mean, in reality, no one is really weighing their car. You just put inside whatever you want and as many people as can sit there. But if there is a problem, the manufacturer can always say you overloaded the car. Or the police will stop you and weigh you, which rarely happens. But if they do, you're always on the bad side. So it's really shocking to see this low loading capacity. In comparison, an Audi A8, so a much lower car, has a loading capacity of 650 to 690 kilogram. And a Golf Mark 7, even with the small 1.0 liter engine, has more than this Mercedes van, which is quite shocking. On the other hand, we are always complaining about weight, but the Mercedes is reaching a new dimension. Because if you add these numbers together, so the dry weight and the loading capacity, you will see that the LE Mega ends up at 3.5 tons, which is okay for everyone with a standard driving license in Europe. But if you add these numbers together for the Mercedes, you will see that you end up at 3.7 tons. And that means you're exceeding the legal limit for a standard European car license, which means that the people who buy this car cannot drive the car if they don't have a truck license. So you cannot drive this car anymore with a standard car license. You need to make a truck license to drive this thing. And that is really a new level. Previously, we've been complaining about cars being too heavy and they're not dynamic anymore and stuff, but now we get into legal trouble because of that weight. And yes, weight is less of a problem for electric cars because it gives you more kinetic energy, which you can harvest again. So in terms of efficiency of the car, it's not necessarily bad. But here we get into legal trouble because we cannot drive this car with a standard license anymore. And in the end, we can talk about the top speed, which is 180 kilometers per hour for both cars, which is more than enough in every country in the world, but in Germany. Because most of these V-Class customers like to drive faster than 180 kilometers per hour on the highway. So at least that's my experience on the German Autobahn. You always see these V-Classes blasting past you even above 180 kilometers per hour. And these customers are suddenly limited to 180 kilometers per hour. But on the other hand, for the manufacturer, that's a good thing because he can produce the car a little bit cheaper. He doesn't need to develop the cooling as much. He can use smaller, cheaper components. So this makes the development of the car cheaper for the manufacturer. And in the end, if we look at the price, it looks like a huge difference here, but we have to know that this here is the European price for the Mercedes. And it is the Chinese price for the LE Mega, so if you import it to Europe, you will end up somewhere in the same region like the Mercedes, so they are pretty much on the same level. So how do you like the new luxury van from Mercedes, the VLE? Let me know in the comments below and see you at the next video.